What if the prison was never made of walls, but of patterns, reactions, reflexes that we've somehow mistook for who we actually are? Tonight, we're stripping away the noise to look at the very foundation of how we experience reality. Welcome to This Explainer. We're going on a journey today to bridge modern neuroscience with ancient wisdom traditions. You know, for as long as humans have been able to ask questions, healers, contemplatives, and philosophers have circled this same profound realization. We are exploring the silent revolution happening right now inside your own body. This isn't about how to escape your life. It's about how to finally arrive inside it.
So let's begin with part 1, the hidden system.
Your nervous system was brilliantly engineered for a world of real, immediate physical danger. A predator in the grass, a threat at the door. The classic fight, flight, or freeze responses are absolutely brilliant machinery when the danger is actually real. But as Mel Robbins points out, our ancient survival alarms stay permanently switched on by things that aren't predators at all. Just think about our modern triggers: an overflowing inbox, a lingering memory, a sharp tone of voice. Your biology cannot tell the difference between a charging lion and an angry email, and so the alarm stays on, quietly, for years, long after anything is actually chasing us.
So, where is the way out? Contemplative traditions have long pointed to the answer. It isn't about suppressing your reaction, it's about noticing it as it happens. Awareness creates a gap, and in that gap, for the very first time, there is a choice.
What's really fascinating is how this survival mechanism disguises itself in our everyday behaviors. Take the fawn response, for example. As Jamie C. explains, this is your body unconsciously collapsing, or essentially playing dead, so a perceived threat will just walk on by. In our lives, it shows up as chronic people-pleasing or immediately abandoning your own boundaries. It's your body's attempt to seek safety, but it results in a complete draining of your personal energy and momentum. Then contrast that with the freeze response. You've got momentum, you've got ideas, and then suddenly, your body pulls the plug. You feel mentally wired, anxious to get things done, but you are physically stuck. Jamie C. describes this beautifully as hitting the gas and the brakes at the exact same time. You literally can't consistently show up for your goals, and you probably assume it's just you being lazy. But it isn't. The crucial point here is captured perfectly by Mel Robbins. She says, these are not personality flaws. If you can't stay consistent, if you find yourself self-sabotaging, it's not a lack of willpower. It is simply your biology running a program designed to keep you safe from the unfamiliar.
Which brings us to part 2, the subconscious thermostat.
How exactly does this hidden survival system dictate our actual capacity for wealth, for peace, for success? Jamie C. uses a really brilliant analogy here. Imagine your nervous system as a thermostat, set strictly to 70 degrees. This is your familiar zone. It's what you're used to. But if you suddenly expand your income or step into an unfamiliar level of joy, what happens? The air conditioner kicks on, your nervous system starts manufacturing anxiety or urges you to overspend, just to bring you back down to the 70 degrees you know so well. Because to your nervous system, different equals dangerous. The body actually prefers predictable survival over unfamiliar happiness. It literally doesn't care if you are rich or if you are happy. It only cares if it can predict what happens next. So it will actively trigger a stress response the moment you step into a higher frequency of life. And this connects perfectly to what M on the brain teaches. Your brain is not showing you reality. It is actively constructing it. A dysregulated nervous system acts as a filter, literally building a reality that blocks the exact things you are trying to manifest. If your body doesn't feel safe holding wealth or peace, your brain will ensure you never keep it.
Let's shift our focus now to part 3,
returning to presence. This is where the golden light begins to stream in. How do we rewrite this ancient programming? Well, insight rarely arrives in noise. It tends to surface in stillness. Modern neuroscience calls this introception. It's the bridge between clinical science and deep spirituality. It is the simple, non-judgmental act of sitting in the stillness and just observing the physical sensations in your body as they happen. So, how do we actually practice this? Bridget from Jamie C.'s team outlines this somatic regulation beautifully. When you feel that familiar tightness, first, just notice the tension with curiosity, not judgment. Second, place a hand gently on your heart and your belly. Third, take deep, slow belly breaths.
By physically relaxing your body in the exact moment you feel stressed by expansion, you are permanently rewiring your brain to accept this new level of overflow as completely safe.
Which leads us to our final chapter, Part 4, the Inner Revolution. What actually happens when we elevate our subconscious baseline and tap into our true nature? There's a beautiful symmetry here. On one side, you have the clinical language of modern neuroscience, emotional regulation, somatic safety, the practiced pause. On the other side, the poetic language of ancient wisdom traditions, contemplative silence, inner peace, returning to the present moment. Two completely different maps pointing to the exact same territory.
It's fascinating to look at this from the perspective of neuro-knowledge, who says you can't reprogram the subconscious mind, you can only recharge it. When you regulate your nervous system, you aren't just calling down, you are raising your frequency. You're stepping into a state of such profound, godlike calm that reality itself gets nervous. Peace becomes your ultimate power.
Because ultimately, this work is not about becoming a new person. It's about stripping away the noise to reveal the calm, observing presence that was underneath it all along. You are not your thoughts. You are not your trauma. You are not the storm. You are the sky that holds it.
So, I want to leave you with this final, provocative thought, a question to carry with you into the stillness. As you learn to pause, as you learn to breathe safety back into your body, who are you, really, when fear stops making your decisions for you? Thank you for joining me for this explainer. Step